Hi guys, I'm s7yler and in this video I'm going to review the OnePlus X in White, an amazing compact 5-inch phone with glass on both sides and very high build quality. So if you're interested in this phone, remember to check the link below in the description. You don't even need an invite to get this. The design is sleek and elegant, the materials are metal and glass, and in the hand it feels very nice because of the metal frame and smooth Corning Gorilla Glass 3. The OnePlus X comes with a 5-inch Full HD AMOLED display with 441 ppi and really deep black. Corning Gorilla Glass 3, 24 built-in sensors including gyroscope that is perfect for Google Cardboard. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 clocked at 2.3 GHz, 3 GB RAM, 16 GB ROM, microSD card support, built-in FM radio, 13 megapixel ISOCELL sensor rear camera with 2.2 aperture, 8 megapixel front camera, a 2525 mAh non-removable battery, and last Android 5.1.1 with OxygenOS on top and a promised future Android 6 Marshmallow update. So if you want to see the accessories, wall charger etc. included the phone, please go to my channel and search for my hands-on/unboxing video. I will also provide a link to the video below in the description. Let's have a look at the phone design. On the top we find the light and proximity sensor, a notification LED with multicolor, the ear speaker together with an 8 megapixel front camera. The phone has a 5-inch 1080p Full HD AMOLED display, which is very sharp, bright and vivid. And what I especially like about this display is how good black values look. Black is really deep and not just dark gray as on some normal LCDs. We also see it has 2.5D front glass, so in the edges it's a little bit curved. In the bottom we find the menu, home and back buttons, which unfortunately doesn't light up. On the rear side, which is non-removable and made of glass, we have a 13 megapixel ISOCELL sensor rear camera and aperture 2.2, together with a strong single LED flash. Inside the phone we will also find a 2525 mAh battery, which gives about 5 hours of on-screen time. And last we see the logo from OnePlus. In the bottom of the phone we find a microUSB 2.0 port with USB OTG support, 2 speaker grills, where one is for the sound and the other one I believe is for the microphone. And the sound from the built-in speaker is what I would call average, not bad, but I have also heard a lot better. On the right side we find the volume rocker together with the power button, and they are both very solid and responsive. We also find the dual Nano SIM tray, which you have to open up with a small pin, and you can also use a microSD card. But notice that the tray supports max 2 cards at the same time, so dual SIM or 1 SIM and 1 microSD card. In the top we find the 3.5mm headphone jack and a noise cancelling microphone. And last, on the left side we find a physical button that you can slide up or down to disable or enable notifications. Notice also that the metal frame has thin micro cuts, and that actually helps you to get a very good grip on the phone. So let me open up the dual Nano SIM tray and let's have a close-up of the tray. And now let me show you the phone in action. The phone supports double tap to wake, and it will also vibrate one time when you wake the screen like this. And another convenient thing is that you can enable in the settings that it will show the clock when you wave your hand here over the proximity sensor. You can see that here. So for example, in the night you just want to see the time, you just wave your hand. So that's really easy. And also supported are off-screen gestures. For example, I can make a V to enable the flashlight on the rear. Or you could do a O to start up the music player and so on. So here you see the stock UI, and right now I'm using OxygenOS Actually, I ordered this phone here in China and it came with HydrogenOS from the beginning, but it's really easy just to download OxygenOS and flash this over HydrogenOS. Actually, I have also a guide and tutorial on my channel, so if you want to do this on your own phone and your phone has HydrogenOS and you want to switch, have a look on my video, and you can do this by yourself in very few easy steps. So the difference is that the HydrogenOS was made for China actually, and OxygenOS for the rest of the world. So if you are not Chinese, I would recommend to flash the OxygenOS, because we also find, for example, the Play Store and Google Apps. And let me just show you the UI. Let me scroll. So we see here shelf here to the left. You can enable or disable this. This is the recent apps I have used. Let's see here, and you can see it's really smooth and fast. Let's see the app drawer. And some of these apps are test apps I installed myself, but the phone comes with the FM radio app. Let me show you this one here on the front. And of course also the Google Apps as mentioned, the Play Store. And let's also have a look on the settings. When I hold, you can rearrange. We have here the overview. We have here also wallpapers, widgets and settings. Let's see the widgets. Wallpapers. Settings. So here it has support for icon packs. You can change the app drawer grid size. You can enable or disable shelf, and you can change the temperature unit. And let me also show you the toggles. So we see here for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, network, airplane mode and so on. You can also invert colors. And you see that the brightness is set low. Let me just put this to the highest. So it has really good brightness. And let me try the lowest one. So here it's really dark. Let me set this to here. And let me show you the buttons here. The capacitive touch buttons, close up. So these have no kind of backlight, and we also of course have the notification switch. This is a slider, you can slide up. You can change the notifications, really easy and fast. And let's have a look at the bezels. Let me open up messaging here, and you can see we have a black border around the display, a little bit bigger in the sides, but I think it's okay. Still looks pretty stylish and good. And regarding the Wi-Fi and the network signal, you can see these are excellent, full Wi-Fi and full network. I'm using dual SIM right now, just 2 cards with the 3G. The phone of course also supports 2G, 3G and 4G, but there's no band 20, so just be aware of that. And here you can also see the H on the network, high speed mobile data. And let me also compare the phone with another Chinese phone. This one here is the Cubot X16 actually, but you can see in thickness they are about the same, and they also both have a CNC metal frame here on the front. Let's see, you see the Cubot is a little bit higher, but very similar in design. And now let's have a look inside the camera. So we have some different settings: time-lapse, slow motion, photo, video and panorama. And the slow motion can record up to 120 frames per second, but only in 720p HD. Let's see here in video mode, and we see the settings are for full HD and normal HD, so there's no kind of 4K recording. Let's see here in photo, beauty mode, HDR. We have the resolution on about 13 megapixels in 4:3, but also 16:9 is possible. Then we are down on about 8 megapixels. Let's see the panorama. Okay. And as always, I will also provide a link in the description to some camera samples in high resolution. There are many different opinions about the camera in the OnePlus X. Some think it is great while others don't like it at all. To see the quality, I suggest to take a look at my samples and be the judge yourself. In my opinion, they are good, but not as good as on the OnePlus 2. And now let me try out the autofocus. So you don't see the circle always focusing, but still the picture will be sharp. Let's try a picture here. And let's see the quality. Really good details, sharp. And let me try here in low light with the LED flash, and let's try also one without the LED. Okay, so we see here first with the LED flash. And we see here without, just in low light. And let me try out the torch. So it's a single LED, and the LED is average strong, I would say. Not dual LED, so not the strongest, but okay for close-ups. And now let's also check out the viewing angles. So when using headphones, the sound is what I would call good. Sure, there might be better for hi-fi freaks, but for most normal users, this will be more than enough. And now let's try out a test call, and let me test out the proximity sensor.
Press any key. To listen to your messages, press options. Press 2.
And let's try out the ear speaker. I will put it up to the microphone.
You have exceeded the maximum number of attempts. Your call will not be processed.
Okay, so that was the sound here from the ear speaker. As you could hear, it was loud and very clear. And now let's have a look inside the phone settings. So first of all, we see Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, but let's have a look inside the SIM cards. And both the SIM card slots support 4G LTE networks with dual standby mode. We also see a setting for buttons. So you can enable on-screen navigation bar. You can swap the buttons. You can set different options for long press, double tap action. And right now I have double tap to turn off the screen. Like this. Double tap home to lock. Double tap to wake. But here I can't double tap again to lock the screen. So here you have to double tap on the status bar. And let's scroll further down in the settings. We have gestures. Double tap to wake. Draw O to start the camera. V for flashlight, and you can also do something for the music control. Let's see inside display. So we have something here. Ambient display, wake screen when you receive notifications, proximity wake. So this was when the display is off, you can do it like this to show the clock. And let's see in storage. We see total space and also available. And right now I also installed a game and some test apps. We also have support for OTG, USB on the go. Let's scroll further down and see the RAM consumption. 1.8 GB of RAM is free. The phone totally has 3 GB and we see some is used for the system and apps. Let's see here, cached. We have customization. Enable dark mode, or let's try to switch to the white mode. LED notifications, multicolor, and let me show you the language and input. So it's multi-language. Let's get back, and then we have all the normal settings in Android 5. Developer options, printing. Let's see about phone. Let's see the build number. Oxygen version 2.1.2, Android version 5.1.1. We see the RAM and storage and also the model number, and it has support for system updates, OTA. So that's it for the settings. And now let's have a look at the live GPS test. So I ran this outside and recorded it so you could see the results. And you can see the fix is really fast. In use 12 satellites, in view 17, 19, and the accuracy is down on 5 meters. And we can also see the compass is working. We have GLONASS and normal satellites. Now we are down on 4 meters, 3 meters, and you can also see the GPS is stable. Signals are pretty strong, up to 38. Overall, a pretty nice and fast GPS. In the rest of the video, I'm going to run some different test apps, show you some results, and end this with a game test and my list of personal pros and cons. So if you want to know more, stay tuned. guys, Styler here and welcome to another China smartphone unboxing and first look. In this video I'm going to show you the OnePlus X, a new budget device from OnePlus. Now to my pros and cons. So first to the pros, it has a very slim design on only 6.9mm and also very high build quality and a nice design. The AMOLED display looks amazing with a pixel density of 441 ppi, incredible good black values and super nice contrast. It has many built-in sensors and e-compass and the gyroscope works perfect. For the specs and build quality it has a very good price, definitely a good deal. It has a physical notification switch in the side, or you could also call it a slider. The camera has a very fast autofocus technology, so autofocus is working really great. On the phone you can flash OxygenOS or HydrogenOS and the flashing is extremely easy done. And last, the 578MHz Adreno 330 GPU is good for gaming and will run most 3D games smooth. Two of the cons are that the battery is a bit small for a phone with Full HD, max 5 hours of on-screen time, but the AMOLED display saves a little bit of juice. There is no LTE Band 20 support, there is no fast charging technology, it has a non-removable battery and no USB Type-C. There is no fingerprint sensor, NFC or wireless charging, it only runs with 32-bit mode and there is no 64-bit. Also with heavy gaming it gets a bit hot in the hand, but it doesn't overheat. The camera is good, but not as good as on the OnePlus 2, and there is no 4K recording or optical image stabilization. And last, it only has one speaker in the bottom and sound quality from the built-in speaker could in my opinion be better. Well guys, that's it for the review. Remember also to check out my blog. You'll find the link in the video description. If you have any questions, please comment below, give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.